home. And I cannot disagree with you. I have been all over the place. I've been doing so many things personally, professionally, and I am so happy. Is that a terrible thing to say?
Absolutely not.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
Share with us then. What are all the things that you've been up to?
So after Crazy Rich Asians, then I just got lucky, and then I've got representation in the US, and then I got a visa, and then I went there, and then I was in LA for 1.5 years. But my home is always here. I just want to be clear. People think I'm based there, but I always say I'm just based wherever good work is.
Of course.
And so for that first 1.5 years, I was just auditioning and getting an idea of what life is like there for an actor. And then I was very lucky, and then I think people have read this in the news. I was on Magnum, I was on Grey's Anatomy, and that was just in the first year. And then I've got this main cast role on Kung Fu, which is on this channel called the CW, which is under Warner Brothers. And that was filming in Canada for 3 years. And so I was in Canada for 3 years, and every time they renewed it, it would go on for about 9 months.
Wow.
So that's like a full-time job. And I haven't really had a full-time job since, acting since Phua Chu Kang.
Margaret,
yes, So that was my life, and then after 3 years, 2 of which was under COVID. So that was really quite an experience, because everybody was, like everybody all over the world, kind of stuck in a bubble. Missed home very much. So Bittersweet Feelings, Kung Fu was not renewed for season 4. But then I was very ready also just for a change and to spend more time at home. And that's what I've been doing in the last year. So 2024 really was the year where I really got to be home for Chinese New Year, for
reconnecting.
Christmas. I know, it's so important.
You said you were away during COVID. This year, by the way, 2025 January is the 5th year anniversary of when we all heard of COVID.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years. So where were you during COVID?
I was in Vancouver.
Oh,
the
so you didn't...
show was picked up during COVID. I flew in an airline because we had these special passes, Warner, and then we were flown back because we were picked up during COVID, and I flew in an empty airplane. I walked in an empty airport. It was just such a weird time. We did not see the faces of our cameramen because they were so strict until 2 years later in season 2.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny.
Wow.
I know.
must have been scary and really weird that
Yeah.
time. Okay, let's continue to talk to Kheng on the Big Show TV. And, before we continue with our conversation, we've put something together for viewers of the Big Show TV right now. All right, more of Tan Kheng Hua on the Big Show TV. Up next, Artis. This is Work on Kiss 92.
So if you just watch that screen, we're still live. We're live on Facebook and YouTube.
This is Tan Kheng Hua.
You're scared, right?
I'm not scared.
Where's our boy? Aloysius has gone to get some educational, non-violent computer games. At least, that's what he told me.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I'd love to stay and chat, Amma, but I can't be late for my Vegetarian Society seminar. The sea cucumber, vegetable, or just a really fat worm?
Wonderful time. You've always wanted to go to Asia. And who knows, if all goes well in Singapore, you might just come back with a souvenir.
Mom, I could have used that money to buy new shoes or a facelift like Mrs. Lee or Mrs. Yang. I would have thought living in China would make you see sorry is an American idea. One little word is not a magic eraser.
I know that.
If you were so miserable, why didn't you say something?
Who was that you were talking to?
Was that your daughter?
Yes, Olivia.
That was Xian.
It's so funny because when I put my 2 Kung Fu daughters, with whom I'm so close to, and my daughter together, and my daughter has flown up a couple of times, or we've met up in New York or LA or something. they look like sisters.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they look like sisters. Pretty face, long hair, yeah.
Hey, wait, so
Amazing.
Xian is acting now as well, right?
Oh, yeah, she is. This is, I think, her second year. As we speak, she is in Korea acting, and I'm going to meet her in a couple of days.
Wow.
I know. Life has been good.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah,
I'm
happy
when,
for myself.
when we were working together on that National Youth Council show,
Glenong, how long ago was that?
I think that was 96, man. 96,
my-
97.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we spent so much time in the studio together.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It was, it was still one of those days where we would just be inside the studio and then we would just get to know each other, and it was a talk show. Yeah,
it was.
so we got to talk about so many things that we thought was relevant, right, for young people at that time.
Yeah, and because we were so good, we would just wing it.
We were so good. I love it.
Yeah. It's like topic and then, okay, let's just talk
Let's
for the
just
next
talk.
an hour or two.
Yeah,
my gosh.
I know. I bet we could still do it today.
I'm sure. Hey, if you're into radio, I'll hook you up, man. So you are back for good.
You know what? I still like to say I go wherever good work takes me. I will be working in Singapore in March. I'm going away for a little bit in February, right after Chinese New Year. I'll be here for Chinese New Year. And then in March, I've got a couple of really, really nice projects here in Singapore. And I'm excited about them.
Can you tell us about any of the things that you're going to be working on? The stuff that you can speak about.
Absolutely. So I've got this commission from the Arts Resource Hub, which is a part of the National Arts Council. And, I'm always in touch with the National Arts Council in Singapore because of the theatre work and all the producing work for theatre. And they commissioned me to come up with a program that they thought might be useful for independent Singapore creatives, whether or not you're a musician, sound engineer, a graphic designer, not necessarily a performer, but yes, performers too. And so I came up with this idea of a 4-day panel discussion followed by a networking session. And, they approved it and they liked it. Every single day is going to be divided into a discussion, talking to a curated group of panelists about a topic that we think will be, I would say useful for independent creatives. For example, on the first day, it's called All in the Family. We will talk to independent creatives of a variety of genres, television and film and music, and we'll talk to them about their independent careers and who helped them and what helped them. And then we've got another day called Running with Your Elbows, and that is just about what should you think about, when you are building a sustainable, independent, creative career in Singapore. Insurance policies, your mental health, your contract, some legal advice. So all this sort of stuff. So it's in March, 12th to the 15th. Look out on my Instagram at Kheng Hua. Information is actually coming out this week, including registration, and it's completely free.
Nice.
I
So
know.
who should be going to this besides performers, you were saying?
Basically anybody who's interested in building an independent creative career if you're a freelancer, you see, and you're not working for a big company, you're not getting that regular paycheck.
Yeah.
We're targeting creative industries, so as you know, both of you know, more and more people are just self-employed and they're creative and they're content creators or they're, sound engineers or musicians and they want to continue to be freelance.
And protect themselves at the same time.
And protect themselves and have a sustainable, viable career, like myself.
Nice. I like the sound of that.
Thank you.
That's happening in March.
That's happening in March.
Okay.
Also happening then is I'm in one of the voices of Singapore's first full-length animation.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it's coming out. It's called The Violinist. I think news has already come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually having our first read tomorrow.
Is that your
Oh.
first time in an animated?
No, actually, I was flown to LA last year to premiere Tiger's Apprentice.
Oh, wow,
and
okay.
yeah, I had a main role in that as well. It's currently streaming on Paramount Plus, but we don't get it in Singapore. So I have this big fight scene with Michelle Yeoh, and that's probably the only way I will ever have a fight scene with Michelle Yeoh as an animated character. Yeah, people like Henry Golding, they were all in the cast.
How different is that though? You know, like doing voices, just voices, versus acting in person.
I mean, it is vastly different and yet also coming from the same core. I mean, the acting for me is always about finding the energy inside yourself, right? So it didn't matter to me that I was in a room very similar to this, in a setup very similar to this, wearing headphones, and really, in a way, acting with myself, with the producers and the directors and the engineers that are zoomed in. They would just chase me wherever I was. So I was even like recording in Singapore sometimes, recording in Vancouver, recording in LA. Wherever I was, they'd chase me down and then we'd do a session and then, yeah, they'd put stuff together and then they'd book me for another session.
Because that's the beauty of voice, right? You can basically do it from everywhere.
To tell you the truth, Angelia, I love doing voice.
Oh,
love
yeah?
it, love it, love it. So all the people who are putting stuff that need voice, please, yeah, look me up, okay? Love it, love.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
She loves radio.
I love radio.
Yeah.
I listen to radio 100% in the car every day. Yes, and I've been listening to you guys.
Yeah?
It's very, very comforting to hear the both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
yeah,
much for
you got a
that.
good thing. Very
Thank
nice
you.
chemistry.
Yeah, you know, we have to tone it down a little bit because, you know, I mean, well, we don't.
Otherwise, we won't have jobs anymore.
No, I mean we don't want to like you know, ruffle feathers. But you know me, all
do.
these years, I feel like the most interesting part of radio is to ruffle,
Ruffle
feathers.
feathers.
Okay, anyway, but it's nice to know that you find us nice and, you know, soothing
Comforting.
and nice to listen to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for a traffic update and then we'll go back on air.
Okay.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the TPE towards the SLE at the Tampines Avenue 10 entrance, look out for an obstacle. Not quite sure what that is. Also on the TPE, this time in the opposite direction towards the PIE before Sengkang's exit. Look out for another accident and avoid lane 1 if you're along that stretch. If you spot anything else, our number is 8855509020.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We are live currently on YouTube as well as our Facebook page. And our guest for this morning is Tan Kheng Hua, actress, producer, writer.
Nola.
Have you directed yet?
Writer. I have directed. But I would like to say I'm a mother,
Yes.
I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yes?
you were saying you're so happy, and I have to say, never apologize for being happy. And, you know, scream it out from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
You were saying you're very happy with your professional life and your personal
And my
life. Can you
personal
tell
life.
us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Just turned 62.
Amazing. Yes, happy belated birthday 3 days
Thank
ago.
you.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kheng Hua. Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Woo!
I always make it a point to celebrate my birthday because life is very, very much worth celebrating.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think, yes.
When did you start falling in love with yourself, though? You know what I mean? I mean, it comes to, I'm 50, turning 51 next week.
You look
What?
35.
Thank you.
You're 51?
Yeah, no. Don't repeat that. But I think at about 45, you know, I started being comfortable with myself. You know, I don't really give a damn what people think, and just did what I wanted to do. So when did you get to that point in your career, your personal life, whenever it was?
I don't think I can pinpoint a particular point, but every single day I feel this a very clear idea of the cumulative effect of all the efforts that I have made to get to this point. So I think I feel happy, but more than that, I feel like I've earned my happiness. I've worked hard at all the things that I needed to work hard at the time that I needed to work hard at. And then I've also accepted certain things that, I need to just accept and let go. And I continue to work on all the things that I still want for myself, my health, my peace, my relationships. And I think it's very important to wake up in the morning and kind of, while your head is on the pillow, just look up in the air. That's literally what I do, and think to myself, what am I thankful for? What do I need to do? And then I just literally get up. I'm one of those people, those irritating morning people. I get up.
So bounce out of bed and run around.
I mean, if the traffic on the PIE wasn't so bad, I'm always early. So I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. It's
no
okay.
worries.
Yeah, but really it's just the PIE. And then I make my bed, right? I get my coffee, and while I'm drinking my kopi, and it's always kopi, and it's kopi in here right now, I'm literally thinking, what do I want to do today? Even if it is something as simple as I'm going to finish the last 3 episodes of whatever TV show I'm watching today. But it's just that
Intention.
that intention and that peace and that moment to myself. It is so important to understand that every single day is so important. You see, and then go for it. Go for it. Go for all the things that you want and make them happen. I like to walk the talk. I like to do more than I like to say. I like to mean what I say what I mean. All those mantras sound so simple, right? But they have really, really helped me.
It's wisdom.
Yeah.
It is.
And no, a lot of people say it but don't do it. They say walk the talk, and do what you say and make your choices and make sure you love it, but they don't live
Like
it.
you, lah. You say you want to go jogging, but then still you have not gone jogging.
I didn't say I want to go jogging. I say I love the idea of
There you see
running,
what I mean.
but I
You see?
haven't
So hard.
got the courage to do it yet.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about fitness because look at her. Look at Tan Kheng Hua. She has always been lean, but I need to find out what she's been doing. All right, it's 8:22.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by
We've got some messages from our Facebook and YouTube viewers. Lots of them want to say hello to you. Lots of them love you. David Yo says, miss you the days where you were on Phua Chu Kang. Shimin says, hi, Kheng Hua. I love you and all the roles that you acted in. And you look so good in all the Good Edition CNY collections together with Xian.
Yes.
Wan Alun says, good morning, Margaret. Mol says, you have such a therapeutic voice. Celine Wong says, I love the interview you did many years ago as a stylist, how the interviewer was so in awe
You
of
remember
you.
that?
Do you remember that? No.
My brain is a sieve.
They also say, I watched you in a play and I was so impressed and enthralled by you. Guess which play it was. And then she doesn't go on to say what it is.
Beauty World.
Yeah, maybe.
if we're going, Beauty
Very
World
long.
was like 2000.
If it's recently, was it Falling? The one when I'm a mom to an autistic
Shimin, let us know which play it was.
child?
Let us know.
I want to know. So
When was that?
that? Was maybe about 8-9 years ago. Why does time pass so
fast.
guys? Why is it? And I don't know if the two of you feel this way. As you get older. Time passes faster.
I think you have more you've gathered. I feel like it's because you've gathered more information, you've gathered more relationships and more things to do, and that's why every day goes so quickly. You feel like you don't have enough time. When you're a kid, you're like, oh, I'm so bored.
Yeah.
Give me something to do. I don't have that many. Or you have a lot of friends, but they don't really count as essence in that sense.
Yeah.
So I think we all feel it.
I don't mean to make fun of myself, but because I've been divorced so many times and married again and again, it feels like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it does. It should.
So I feel like I'm starting, from the beginning every single time. I'm like, oh,
Is that a good
okay.
feeling or?
That's good. I think that's good. And I think change is good. As long as you know why you made that change, you stand by why you make that change, you try to be fair to everybody, including yourself, I think change is good. I mean, as the both of you know, I've gone through many, many changes in my life. But I still stand by the fact that I made those changes only when I was ready for them.
Okay.
And I think that's the only thing I want to say. Don't be afraid of change, but just, make sure you're ready for them and try to do it in the best, gentlest, and kindest way possible.
To yourself as well.
To yourself as well, or else you're not going to be able to kind of, stay the course,
Yeah.
You gotta be
Which is
happy.
why I think we need to hang out. I need to get some wisdom from you.
He needs to get some wisdom. Can you rub some off on him, please?
In every area. You know what I mean? I'm just too chin-chai, so to speak.
Sure.
But if it works for you, and if you're happy, then, or you're not sure if you're
It's
happy.
just tiring, you know what I mean?
It is. Life can be very, very tiring. But you know something, Glenn? It's very important to sometimes sit down and just tell yourself, I'm very tired right now.
I don't need to do anything.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be tired for a while. I do think that the idea of a continuum really, really helps. I mean, I'm 62, and if I don't understand the idea of continuum, I think it's very hard to grow old. You have to kind of know when you need to sit down and when you need to, ramp it up a little bit, when you need to accept or have the foresight that in a couple of years or in 3 years or whatever, this could possibly happen, and then in some small way, make some small preparations for it. Try not to get overwhelmed, and try to know what to do for yourself when you get overwhelmed, because we're human beings. I mean, I went to Art SG yesterday and I was so overwhelmed. Oh my!
Is it the last day, or is it still on?
It was the. Oh,
Maybe
It
it's still
started
on.
only on Friday, I believe. I don't know how long
I
it's on
have
for.
no idea, but
I'll look it up.
there were so many people.
Oh,
There
right.
were so many people.
So you were overwhelmed by the crowd?
I think over the whole end of last year with the film festival and the Asian Academy Creative Awards, which was for TV, and then of course film is like, film, and then New Year, and then there's Christmas, and then now Art Week, and then my birthday. I feel it's just been one thing after another.
And then Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year. I wanted to do it all. And I am going to do it all. And, I'm here for Chinese New Year. I'm going to host my family. I'm going to have reunion dinner with my mom. I can.
Which is perfect, because I bought you stuff. I'm going to give you...
Yeah, of
because,
course. Yeah,
I mean, your
my-
birthday,
when
we didn't get like a, cake or whatever, but I did get you like all the kueh kueh. Okay, are we going back on air?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Hopefully it's a favorite.
I'm sure it will be.
That's what I'm on. And I know I ain't the only one. What you lying for? You got secrets like I do. You have secrets like I do.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the TPE towards the SLE, that obstacle is still at the entrance to Tampines Avenue 10. If you know what it is, hit us up on our WhatsApp number, 885550
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is superstar Tan Kheng Hua.
Hello.
Anti-aging or pro-aging?
Oh my goodness.
It's something I heard, I think it was Jamie Lee Curtis or one of the Hollywood actresses said. She says, I'm not anti-aging, I'm pro-aging, because why should we, as we get older, try to not get older? But we should get older in the best way possible.
What exactly is pro-aging or
Pro-aging-
anti-aging?
So anti-aging is trying to stop that aging from happening.
I have a very certain answer for you.
Okay.
I'm neither anti-aging nor pro-aging. I'm just aging like everybody else. There are good days and there are bad days. And when there are good days, yay. And when there are bad days, then, you think about how to make the bad days better. That's what it is.
You know what irritates me or not? People who think too much. It's like, you come up with all these terms and you ask all these questions and all that. But at the end of the day, right, we all want to, I want to look good all the time.
Yeah.
And I try to take care of myself, to look as young and feel as young as possible. So it's not like I'm anti-aging or I'm pro-aging.
Yeah.
Like what King just said, right? It's like, it's how... Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I have to differ from
Slightly?
you a little bit.
Okay.
Because I never want to look young.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't do things to my face to look young. The wrinkles are there. They're natural. I really am not... I just don't have that DNA to do all the weird things to my face. I like to look myself. I like the way I look. I do like the way I look. And I think fitness is really my thing.
Tell us more about what you do. I've seen some of your videos, and you're like being carried by people, and that lean tone figure of yours, and strong.
But you've
figure of
always
yours.
been lean, but you are stronger now.
Strong.
Is it?
She's very strong.
I wouldn't say I'm stronger now. I think what I do is I just find the physical activities that I enjoy. I think that's the secret. And I've been doing the same thing for the last 45 or actually all my life.
Which is what?
So I either skip for about half an hour, and I have a particular way of doing that. I open up my laptop, very much like what you're doing now. I put on my favorite show, Mindless. I love the Bon Appetit, the
Right.
YouTube.
Where you don't have to
cooking.
think much.
Shows, and then I skip a minute or 2 minutes, sometimes 3 when my body is warmed up, and then I stop for a little while, and then I pause the timer, and then I start again, and then I finish 30 minutes, especially when it's raining, or I run. I still run a lot, and I run always a regular, either 7 to 10K, and I do it here. I do it whenever I'm away in Canada, where I go sometimes, and I love it. I've loved it all my life.
And that's it. Skipping and running.
When I'm away in Canada, I do a lot of hiking. I do camping. I'm outdoors a lot. You can see by my color. I do not like gyms. I do not like equipment. I do love skiing though, and that's where I'm going in February. But I've been skiing for 30 something over years, way before everybody
It became trendy.
Yeah, I know.
But do you take more to the green slopes now?
No, because I would say that as you ski, you become more confident.
Right.
And skiing, to me, is not about speed. It's about sort of, a calming way to look at really beautiful scenery. So that's kind of me. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I love certain physical activities, and by default, it kind of keeps me fit.
Right.
I'm not into fitness trends. I'm not into all that
Diet
stuff.
though, do you watch your diet these days?
I have kind of eaten in the same way for all my life. So I don't take breakfast. Nowadays, there's a fancy term for it. It's called intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
But if you look at my mom, who's 88, going to be 89, I learned a lot of the ways I eat from her. She doesn't eat, till about, 11? I'm kind of like that. I do my exercise in the morning. And then from 11, I have a small meal. And then I have a main meal. And I like to have good company for that, and that's usually dinner. At about 3 or 4, I'll have a little snacky. Can be whatever I feel like. I love pandan waffles. That's what.
That's your Achilles heel.
I love pandan waffles. Yeah, plain and peanut butter.
Oh,
and,
my goodness.
Yeah, when I'm in Singapore, where can you get pandan waffles outside?
You'll have to bring some of the ingredients with you and make it yourself.
Okay, let's continue to talk to King on the Big Show TV. I'm going to be presenting her with some of the kueh that I bought. I think she's gonna like one in particular. Okay,
It is
here's
so funny you say this, because in my car, I forgot to bring up, I brought a box of pineapple tarts made by my mother for you guys.
wow!
I know.
I'll go
get
down
it
with you later.
Yes, correct.
Okay, here's Jason Derulo with In My Head on Kiss 92.
Same cup?
I didn't know you take
I got that one as
sweet stuff.
Glenn Ong, I'm one of those I'm the age ranger where we eat everything, but we eat moderately.
Moderately, yeah. You get
Okay.
to still enjoy it.
So,
Prezzies.
Oh.
I can finish half in one sitting. The spicier, the better.
Savory and something sweet.
then this one I'm
God.
not too sure, but then if anything, you can give your guests and all that. Chili tapioca.
I love anything with chili. How you know I'm a chili girl? I am a real chili girl. Oh my God.
And then
There's more.
kueh bangkit,
Oh.
but coconut.
Oh, I love it.
Coconut kueh bangkit. Yum.
What? Isn't all kueh bangkit coconut?
I don't know, but apparently when I bought this,
Maybe
he said,
there's more.
This one is like very
Coconut.
nice, melt in your mouth and has a more.
Okay, I'm going
stronger
up to get some
coconut,
as well.
How come
flavor.
you know all my favorites? Because Glenn with two N's.
With two ends.
Glenn.
Except on Instagram with 3.
I love you, Glenn. I've always loved you. Always will love you. And now I love you more. Happy Chinese New Year, everybody. Year of the snake.
Year of the wood snake.
Wood snake.
Wood snake. So if you could go back, or if you could look back at your 20-year-old self,
Yes.
what would you tell her today?
Keep doing what you were doing when you were 20 years old because, I think life has a place for everything good and bad. And I think I feel my heart is so full of everything good and everything bad because I'm still here. I'm still so invigorated. I'm still so curious. There's still so many things I want to do. And therefore, whatever I was doing when I was 20, it must be okay.
Because you're here today.
Because I'm here today. And that's the wonderful thing about being older. But I tell you, I think health is very much a reason why I feel good.
Of course.
Yeah, because it is everything. So whatever you're doing that is not very good for yourself, can you really try not
Stop.
to do it anymore?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Have we changed that much, King?
Yeah, we have. I guess we can't say what we used to do in the
Just quit.
record.
Whatever it is, just quit.
I'll say, you don't have to say anything.
Okay.
So, because we did radio such a long time
Yeah.
ago. So when I started out in 93, 94, I could actually smoke in the studio
Yeah.
while I do my show.
You could smoke anywhere in Singapore, even on planes.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's how far back
Yeah.
I go. And I remember when I was hosting the show with Kheng Hua. I used to be. We used to do the show. I used to be smoking there, or we would go outside and smoke. While I'm in the studio, I'll blow smoke in her face.
Well, Glenn, I'm not going to throw you under the truck because I have to admit that during those days, I was filming too. I've quit for a very, very long time and I really quit cold turkey and I've never regretted that. In fact, that's one of the best things I think
That you
I've
did.
done in my life. But, I will not throw you under the truck. Glenn and I was smoking inside that recording room and the both of us would be smoking and then we'd be talking and I must say that look, all memory has its place. Doesn't mean that you want to do the same thing again.
Of course.
Because
Yeah.
I never want to do the same thing again and
Yes.
I've quit for such a long time and thank goodness, and I do not encourage it. But all memory has a good place lah.
And you know what it feels like, you know what it does to you, you know what
That's
it
right.
doesn't do to you.
That's right. And why you made certain decisions and I've followed, stayed by those decisions. And I think that's really what life is all about. Lah. That's what we
Absolutely.
should do. Lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those were fun times.
Very, very fun time.
What was your favorite role?
No, I think the word favorite is not really in my vocabulary. And as I get older, it is less and less a part of my vocabulary because what felt very good at that time may not be what feels good now. But I tell you, I'll answer in a different way. There are portions of my life surrounding my work that have left an indelible mark in my life in a very, very good way. Definitely my years on Phua Chu Kang. I mean, to wake up every morning at a time where there were almost no full-time English language actors in Singapore, to have a job to go to in a very comfortable place where the canteen had very good food, surrounded by people who were so good, not just at what they do, but good people. We laughed from morning, to when we say goodbye to each other. We are still friends today. Gurmit just texted me to say, hey, are you okay? The LA fires, where are you right now? I mean, you see the sort of friendships, like our friendship, like real friendships. And I think that time of my life, it was 11 years. We saw each other's parents pass away. We had children, Gabby was born, Xian was born. Little toddlers were around, we got married and we got, all sorts of things happened to us in 11 years, So that's definitely one. My time in the theatre, for sure, there are certain productions, that really hit home. I think the Eleanor Wong trilogy really is still a set of plays that I have loved all my life and I would love to bring back. Give me a shout out, guys, who, look into the canon of all plays and tell me which are the ones that you would like to see again or see updated. I must say, though, my time on Kung Fu in Canada, because we were bubbled up as a family in a very uncertain time in the world, we are so close. Now we are strewn all over the world. We miss each other so much. Every time on our birthdays, we send messages from across the globe. I think my heart is just so appreciative of the real relationships that have been brought to me because of work.
Can I catch Kung Fu on any of our platforms
yes,
here?
you can.
Is it-
HBO Max.
Oh, it's on Max.
good.
I have Max.
I have Max.
Yes.
Oh,
please.
amazing. Okay.
And now HBO Max is in Singapore. So
Yeah.
it just started.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I can
Okay.
binge now.
Yeah.
Three seasons.
Yeah,
Good run.
3
Wow.
seasons. Yeah, it's great.
Amazing.
Okay, let's go for a traffic update now.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Alrighty, on the PIE, heading east towards the airport after Toh Guan Road's exit, of vehicles having some trouble there. Also on the KPE towards the ECP, of vehicles broken down before the airport road exit. Wherever you are this Monday morning, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We have been speaking to Tan Kheng Hua, chilling with Tan Kheng Hua, having our coffee. We hope you're doing the same, watching us on Facebook as well as on YouTube and having a great time. Once again, I say, you look amazing. You don't look different at all. I mean, we haven't seen each other for quite a number of years. And,
No, it's just that my energy is the same, but I do look different, and I love how I look. I love how I look at 62 more than I like how I look when I was 20. But okay, I'm going to interrupt this with a very quick shout out to these two. The both of you, I'm just like looking at you guys doing this. Y'all are so good at your job.
Aww.
And I think that radio DJs who do, live broadcasting, you guys are not given enough credit.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Y'all do such a great job. It is such a hard job, guys. So, hey, a shout out to these two and all,
thank
the
you.
morning show people who are doing this live. I listen to you guys all the time. So, fantastic. Yes.
Thank you
she
so
makes me
much,
wanna
Kang.
cry.
Thank you. I mean, if I had your talent for acting, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd rather be acting.
I'm going to put you in a role one day, Glenn. Glenn with two N's. I'm gonna put you in
He would
big
love
bad
it.
guy. I think big bad
I already
guy.
played, Michelle Chong already got me to play a bad guy in her Lulu the movie.
Which
already.
is showing now,
Why
right?
are
on
you
Netflix?
always the bad guy?
I don't know. I'm always like the playboy,
Yeah,
It's
well.
and the bad friend,
Oh, maybe you want a kind role? Do you want the good guy role, or you prefer the bad boy?
I want something that's not the real me. lah.
No, you want to play against type. You got to get your terminology right if you want to be an
Against
actor.
type?
You want to play against type. Like
Okay, I want to play against type. Yes,
Okay.
don't
You wanna be
always
a good
cast
guy.
me as the person I am.
You want to be the boy next door?
Or the girl next door.
That would be a challenge.
Somehow I look at him, very hard to play against type. Look at all his, he's so tan and tattoo, everything.
But that would be stereotypical, right?
I know.
Oh man, that's makeup. Foundation can cover all the
It's
tattoos.
true.
So.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Anyway, it's been wonderful catching up with you, King.
And same here, guys.
I mean, we
It's-
wish we had more time.
Yeah, well, we have the rest of our lives to do all the things that we want to do. It's been a privilege to be here. You guys are fantastic. Once again, I just want to give a shout out to all the people who do their jobs well and happily. And I'm sitting in a room with the two of you, and you all are exactly that.
Oh, thank you so much. We're so glad to see that you're so comfortable and so happy in your own skin.
Yes.
And at this point of your life, it's very
yes.
inspirational, because a lot of people are so in hatred of their own life. They don't like where they are. They don't like the way they look. They try and aspire to things that maybe aren't possible,
Yeah.
or are just out of reach. So
I agree. And to all those people who are out there who are fighting against aging, it's a losing battle, guys. I hate to say this, even babies age. Okay, babies age. I mean, there's so much beauty, in terms of everything. You just have to expand your definition of beauty, and once you expand it for yourself, I swear to you, people around you will start to see the beauty that you see. So go for
Yeah.
it.
You need to go out there and give a solid talk,
sure.
especially to ladies in the industry, who are
striving to
Yes.
attain
It's a losing
something.
battle.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Yes.
say. So
Absolutely.
just give up and enjoy the ride.
yes. Skip the whole, you coming down with mental health issues as a result of that.
It's because of that,
true,
yeah, that's
a lot
true.
Of,
It's
a lot
true.
of pressure, a lot of stress. Anyway, thank you very much,
Thank you.
King, for being with us once
Thank you
again this
so
morning.
much. Thank you.
The Big Show with Glenn and Angel on Kiss 92.